Okay, I just sent it to the last video to upload to YouTube, and we're gonna just keep rolling and finish mission 6 here. And what's our map gonna be? I'm just gonna roll now. I got a 7. The hard part is just going through all this stuff. A 7 for us is map 2. So we're gonna get the same exact map again, and there was a possibility we would get map 3, and map 3 is a very mega map. I don't know if that would have been a good thing. Map 3 is challenging with just bombs and regular fighters. Let's see if we can get Bar out of jail. Oh, it's a 9! We do! Yay! Little Bar does his little happy dance. Okay, we're done. Map 2. So now let's see if we can get an inbound mission just naturally, and we don't. So then the question becomes, am I forking out the money because I think I can pull off a miracle here? It's going to be the 1980 Minnesota U.S. hockey team. A 5 is an outbound mission. An outbound mission would get us 16 OP, which is a lot. Remember, we have a 2 OP penalty, so I would have to spend probably 21 points. First, to switch it to inbound, 7. I'm probably not going to roll a perfect 10, so I'm going to have to spend 7 more to get 12 OP, which will turn into just 10 OP. And then I'll have to spend it again because I want those pesky escorts to go away. And I may have to spend again if we don't get enough tactical points or whatever. Yeah, I'm in the same dilemma I was in last time. I'm going to just let it ride. We're going to go outbound. I rolled a 9. Oof. That's only 10 OP. So outbound, and it's 10, but it's going to turn into 8. And so let's spend those 8. I'm tempted to just forfeit the mission, but you get experience points for your guys. That's the thing. But then, you know, we get guys killed and all that other stuff, which never fun. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I want to go all bombers, or all in on the bombers, that's 6. And I said I only get 8. So then if I did Iflin for 7, Bar for 8, and then, you know, we get the 2 more for later. We get Schmidt and Puttfargen. That's 9 and 10, right? Because I'm going to get 2 for the vector map. So I'd be able to, like, go up, drop some bombs, and then basically have 4 fighters to go hunt after and get some experience points. We have quite a few experts. We have Ifland, Frey, Bar, Ahrens, Schmidt, and Puttfargen, or Peter. We're doing okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 green guys, but considering there's 18 total, I mean 18 minus 4, there's 14 pilots to choose from without ever having to take a green guy. But I do love the suggestion that the green guys could go after those stragglers and get experience points that way. It's a great idea. I just, right at the moment, I don't need them. But I'm always taking that chance, right? That I can lose a guy. So I can get some points back if I don't send bombs. You saw what happened last time. We didn't send any bombers. We tried to just do a swarm thing, and it sort of worked. We got a few of them. Gosh darn it. If I would have gone... Oh, hold on. No. Never mind. Yeah, if I would have gone to 16 OP, I would have definitely been good. But I think that's it. We're just going to just get whatever experience points we can. Okay. Oh, we got to roll for the escorts. That's a 7. That's pretty good. If it's an outbound mission, I rolled 7. They don't arrive until turn 7. I'm okay with that. That's a really good... The outbound mission is definitely friendlier. Let's put it that way. So, escorts arrive turn 7, which means you have like until turn 8 before it actually becomes an issue. But still, I guess they could be above trailing from the start. It all depends on what I roll. And what are the escorts? It's a light P. So here they go, and I'm going to roll a 3, which means there's 3 forward and 2 below trailing. And all right, what else? Thinking. All right, mission manual, situation manual. Map 2 outbound, page 11. This book has definitely seen some use. All right. A 9. Oh my gosh, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. I gotta move this off to the side so I can see the map. All right, so the first 2 hits are here and here. Both of these guys are taking a hit. So for the first one, we got a wing, and then the second, fuselage, and then for the third is this guy over here. Another wing. None of these are dice rolling ones. They're just pure straight up damage. And then we have this guy here is taking one, and this guy way back here. All right, so another one where you don't roll. And then the last one, oh, there's one. Oh, and he's down. So this guy is down before we even arrive. So I just put this away. So we don't get to score points on him, but he causes that whole area to be fallen. Okay, so let's keep rolling and see what else. We got an anchor roll. That's a 5, so it's the tail low is anchored. So that means attacking from the tail is definitely a problem. They get a lot of boosts from the tail. I don't know. This particular map, attacking from the tail is actually more difficult. The sun, I rolled a 1. It's high nose. And that is an excellent position. Gotta like that. So high nose. We got the sun. Gotta love that one. And now let's see what our tactical points are. I rolled a 10. It's going to be 6 tactical points. And then a 9 is 11 flight limit. Holy buckets. So 6 and 11. And then I get to add 2 more to each. Jeez Louise. All right, so, oh, I forgot to pay for cannons when I did my OP stuff. I may have to rethink that. So the flight limit's going to be a full 12, and then this is going to be 8 because it's 6 plus 2. Flight limit's definitely all the way up near the top. I totally forgot to put cannons on my guys, so... Ugh. Am I really going in with no cannons? That's like blasphemy. I mean, I just showed how powerful cannons are. I would need 4. I had 10. I don't want to spend experience points just to get OP. So I had 10. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had a 2 OP penalty, and that was canceled by the 2 bonus that we get. So the problem is in order to get cannons for 4 guys, I would have to spend 2 OP, which means I'm getting rid of one of my bombs, or I just don't have cannons. And unfortunately, not having cannons stinks. There is a possibility if I get radio, I can add cannons. Or I get rid of one of these and I get 3 OP back. Or I pay the 7 experience points and get 6 more OP, right? Then if I had 6 more OP, then I'm rolling in the dough. But I'll just leave it be. I forgot to take cannons and I committed, so we'll just stick with it. This was supposed to just be a training mission anyways. The reason why I'm regretful about the cannons is these guys are going to be the ones that are going to pursue those straggler bombers, and that's how you get your points and your experience points so they level up. Well, without the cannon, it's making their experience points harder to get, right? Because they're not going to be as easily able to take down those straggler bombers. I went sort of all in going after these bombs when that's sort of being aggressive with the map, but it's not being aggressive with the stragglers. So anyways, we'll live with it. I'm going to take this map and just push it away because there's a lot of components I don't want to bump. And we got to get this vector map out. There's a part of me that's thinking maybe we just go through this vector map and then we just end the mission so we can move on to next season. Yeah, what am I kidding? We're moving same place we always move. All right, where's the other die? Here we go. Oh, that's a poor roll. So a 6 means somebody goes home. So Buttfargan's going to go home. No stragglers this time, folks. That's a 13, which means somebody's going home. Oh no, we're down here. 13, we get that radio. Ooh, I could get the 2 extra OP maybe. And we have a straggler. So let's get an even. Come on, this is for the radio. Yes. So we get 2 extra OP and a delay marker. So we have to take a delay marker to do it. And that is totally fine. And I'm going to put that on Schmidt. John Jacob Dingelheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. And with the 2 OP, we get 3 cannons. Oh, look at that. I have 3 guys. And one of the OP has to be bringing out a fighter. What's interesting is the rules don't say, can I bring Buttfargan back? I sort of think I can. Do I want to? You know, I got other ones I can bring out too. I'm going to bring out Obleaser. He does not have a cannon, by the way. The cannons are on the other guys. All right. Obleaser is going to be his own little group. So we have cannons, folks. We do. We got the cannons we always wanted. 1, 2, and 3. All right, now we're doing the upper chart. And I got a 10, which is a G, and the G is garble. Each group, I either place a delay marker or lose a TP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put delay markers on all 3 of these groups and then pay 2 TP for those groups. So I'm down to 6 tactical points and then we're done. There's no oh, there was a straggler. There was a straggler. So hold on. Hold on. I got to roll for that straggler. Of course it's an odd. Yeah, we did have a straggler, didn't we? And he was an engine one, so we don't have to worry about TP, although we have plenty of TP. What's the right strategy here? Obleaser is 1 experience point away from becoming an expert. So there's a temptation to send Obleaser after him. And if I can get the kill, now remember, Obleaser doesn't have the cannon. So that's the problem. If I send Ifland, of course Ifland is awesome. I'm thinking of sending Bar, because he's quick and he has luck. And maybe we can start getting some more experience points on Bar, just like Ifland always gets them. Or I send Schmidt, right? Because Schmidt actually is already delayed. So who cares if he goes? Yeah, I'm going to send Schmidt. Schmidt's going to go, and he's delayed, so we need to roll. 9 is more than enough to intercept. So Schmidt is fine. And I have 6 tactical points up here. I'm actually going to give him 4 more. And I know that this is a little too late because I already know how it turned out. I apologize for that part. I can't erase in my mind what I already know, but I had plenty of tactical points. This is the point I'm making. Now, where are they going to end up? Remember, this group and this group is delayed. These 2 are not, and that was intentional. And they all have to come in low, or I have to pay TP to come in level. I don't care about that part. So we're going to bring this map closer to us. And what we're going to do is we're all going to come in flank low. And yes, I'm going to be getting 8 TP right there, which is part of the reason why I was willing to spend so much. And then these 3 are delayed by 1 turn. So I'm just going to represent that way. Okay, we got to resolve the pursuit with giving them the bar tab. So we have an engine, and then we added 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And let's roll the engine. Okay, nothing. Schmidt's going to come in nose high, like I always do. Nose high 0 is a hit. And we get to ignore everything else. So a hit with a cannon is always good. And here we go. 1, 2. So either a gunner damage or... So the gunner damage is nice because you get a -1 everywhere, which turns this into a 1. But I'm going to go with the 4 wing damage. I mean, how can you reject a 4? Obviously the roll didn't work, but that puts him really close to getting a kill. And yes, I'm going to go level TP and level TP2. So I have this, but I can use my quick skill to switch to that, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to switch to this so I get a hit and ride the tail. So I'm going to draw 2 tokens for the hit. And right there's my 2 wing damage. I don't even need to do anything else. So I got the 6 damage needed to get the kill. So that's 2 more experience for the staff. It is 1 experience or 1 victory point, and then Schmidt gets 2 experience points, and he goes home. And I don't need to ride the tail. All right, so now we're back to this. Mission turn 1, escorts arrive on turn 7. The move is just to get onto the map. And we will have to do a cohesion check, but on recovery, I'm going to reduce the flight limit by 1 to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tactical points. Okay, from a check perspective, there's one in this element, one in that one in that one, but this one is 2, and the only thing that would have mattered was rolling a 1, and of course now I get a 10, but that's neither here nor there. So now we go to mission turn 2. These guys are going to move to tail high to get ready for some high bombing, and then this guy arrives because he was The 6 doesn't do anything, but both of these detonations cause this element to go kaput, just like the other one. Kaput is like one of the best German words ever. I love that word. All right, I think that brings us to the end of the round because there was no actual attack being done. And that's unfortunate because, like, had we timed it so we were attacking, we could have enjoyed the kaput because that kaput's the cohesion's gonna improve. That's the problem. And then those fighters are gonna be ready for attack. And these guys are gonna be recovering. So I'm either gonna have to wait. I got a lot of issues going on, in fact. So let's move to turn 4. That's the understatement of the year. I have a lot of issues going on. So I'm up high for bombing, and it says I can go to, I think, any high for 0 TP. So I know I just spent 2 TP to go nose high with these guys, and I'm going to actually change my mind on everything. So here we go. I'm going to get some swarms in, I think. Is it really that important? Because if I do swarms, then I'm going to take penalties because these guys are going to get shut down. Why would I not? I mean, what's the whole point of playing this if I don't? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go nose high. I get the out of the sun advantage. So even if I do swarm, I have to roll a die to see if the sun works if I'm determined, but it could mitigate some hits. And then these guys, when you're up nose high, you can go to any flank or any flank for 0 and any tail for 0. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm actually going to put one guy on tail. Since they're coming in high, I want to come in low. So tail low, and then these two are going to go tail low over here, like so. So that way I can come from both sides. All right, yes, that is burning up another turn, so now we're up to turn 5, but here we go. All in for the attack, and I know I forgot a step, so my apologies. The step I forgot is the cohesion check, and we'll do red and then black. And the black, I actually rolled a 1, and that's a cohesion failure. Oh my gosh, look at this. This bomber fell. So it's now available for us to pursue on the map. And that was at turn 4. It was available. And so I got to rethink that. This one passed its cohesion check, so the element went back up to loose. That's what I was talking about with things improving a bit. But this one also improves the loose, but one of the bombers dropped out. That was the unexpected part. Okay, so on this turn, turn 5, the one that I started prematurely, I'm actually, instead of both of these going in, Ifland is going to go after that bomber that just fell. So I think that's more or less a guaranteed kill, assuming he does what he's supposed to do. All right, so here we go. We're going to do 2 waves of swarm. Or we can actually do, we have to do 2 waves. The first wave, we're going to target these 3 guys up here, and we're going to go 1, 2, and 1. Like that. So then I will send Obleaser in evasive mode here against that one. All right, so let's draw for the collision. Oh, where are they going? Well, the BF-110s are going to dive roll this way towards us. And whoever the flank guys are, they're always going to go try for the sun advantage. So they're going to go climb, roll that way. Okay? The reason I'm not too worried about where I'm going is the BF-110s need to exit the map. The escorts are coming. It's sort of like the British are coming. The British are coming. So we want to get them off because I don't want to take penalties with them if I can. I want my named pilots to be going after whatever bombers we down so we can get some experience points and then we can call it a day. All right, so we got one named bomber or one named pilot already off the map. So let's do this. So now I'm going to roll for the collision. Not roll, but you know what I mean. The collision is, ooh, I've seen this before. Pay the TP cost and the fighter breaks away to the tail. Either return box. If you do not pay, the fighter exits instead. So I have to pay the TP cost of 1. That's not a problem. And then my fighter breaks away to the tail. So Obliser doesn't stick around for the battle. So that means I lost position. I don't have 2 different altitudes. But I do keep Swarm because I have 4. And then I have Rada because I have 2 in the same spot. And I just realized these 2 need to be here because of the way I was coming at it. So, wrong location. Okay. So, this goes away. That was, by the way, the one token that sort of ruins your day. When you're going evasive mode. But even then, it wasn't that big of a deal. You pay a TP and you live to keep fighting. You just have to go to a return box. So, but it did ruin, like, I don't get the position marker. And so that's, that's unfortunate. But we still, so like this roll climb is no longer relevant. But we still get to do, hopefully, some damage. Now I'm just going to pick whoever has the lowest threat. So this is a 0 because of this, and then it becomes a 1 because of that. So, and remember, they all have the sun. Nose high 1, we do a collision check, we progress 2, and we do 1 damage. So the roll is going to go this way. Collision check. Just trying to figure out why I was reaching into this cup. All right, so we got a veer. This one could be a problem. If determined, roll a die. If the number rolled is less than the number of fighters in the element, treat as a hit. If it's equal to or higher, all fighters in the space break away to the tail position. Which, that's not a bad thing because it means you don't have to do continuing fire. But gonna roll. So I rolled 2. It's less. So I actually took a hit. So I will use the Rada to cancel that hit. And this actually stays on the board because I'm in determined mode. And we actually did a hit to him. So that hit is an engine 5. And boom, we just knocked another bomber off the map. So this one goes onto the mission turn strip. Definitely not a guaranteed kill, but we can send somebody to chase after him. And yes, we have a fallen and they can't get up. So now we do a continuing fire and we are roll diving and we would get bounced, but there's no escort yet. So we're okay. All right, so this guy is returning home, but for the purposes of that roll, that collision check, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters in the element, even though I'm going to put him in his little location over here. I just want to make sure you understood that. So now we're going to go ahead and do these two. So, when you take a hit with the sun, you get to cancel one. So if I roll an even, I can cancel it. I rolled an even. So this Rada thing stays. I forgot about that. So many things you have to keep track of. Okay, this next BF 110, we're coming in nose high with a threat level of 2, -1, -1, so it's only going to be a 1. So nose high, 1, determined is a hit on us. So that's not good. And let's roll to see if the sun helps. It did not, so I'll use Rada. And then the guy is going to progress 2, so that's 1, 2 over to here. And this becomes a 1 + 1, that's a 2. It's a 2 for continuing fire purposes. And since we're dive rolling, we get to skip continuing fire. All right, so that guy goes home. Or not home, but you know what I mean, to the return box. Okay, so now this next one, we're going to go in nose high again. A 1, you can see we take a hit, but we do a hit, and he's going to progress 2 again. Let's roll to see if the sun blocks the hit. It does. So we don't take a damage, but we do a damage. So let's see what that damage is. And the damage we do is an engine. And I rolled greater than the 4, so he goes down. So we got another bomber that fell. Goes onto the mission box. And this is like working out fantastic. All right, now a couple of things I forgot to do. The BF 110s don't get any experience points, but the staff does. So we just got 1 for each of those that went down. So we get 2 experience points for that. And then this other one that went down way over here, we got an experience for that as well. So I'm up to 5 right now for a staff experience. We don't get the experience, of course, for the one that was back there. I think the rules say you're not supposed to tally up your experience until the end, but gosh darn it, I need to know that I'm getting experience for these 3, but not that one. That's just ridiculously complicated. So I just do it as I get them, and there's no problem. Okay, so this guy, wee all the way home. And then this last one, we still have our swarm. I've been saving it for when I need to use it, and so far we haven't. We're coming in nose high. We have a 2, 1, 0, so it's a 1 threat, nose high 1, there's no damage, and now we'll use our swarm. So the swarm will get 1 hit, and we're going to use both of our swarm, by the way, so I might as well just draw 2 hits. And why am I using both? Well, because it's use it or lose it. So here we go. The first one is that, and the second one is a nothing burger, so we can roll for this. If I get a 10, then we get a kill. I got a 5. So this guy lives to see another day. He's got basically 3 fuselage damage, and I got to check his card again. He moves 2, so he'll be here, and the 2 becomes a 1, but then it becomes a 2 again because of this anchored flank. Or no, the tail is what's anchored. So, but it becomes a 2 again because of this. Continuing fire. And it's a 2, so we do take a hit, but we can still use the sun. And then we're going to roll to see if we do a damage. So let's get an even, please. Of course we don't. If odd, oh, we get to skip continuing fire if it's odd. Oh, check that out. Friendly fire. I don't know. I never noticed that before. It's not spelled right. That's in Skies Above the Reich copy, by the way. So no hit. Okay. That brings us to the next wave. So we got another wave of BF 110s and bar. Now, here's the thing. I would love to go after this guy, but if I don't have all 4 of my guys in the same element, then I don't get swarm. And that's where this guy becomes a little bit of an annoying one. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to, we could try to pick on these two, but we're going to have to do collision checks if we do. It would be nice to go after these two. The collision checks are the issue. Because I'm going to have 4 fighters in these 2 little boxes. And then also Bar's coming from this angle, so he can't help. So that's actually not going to work. I have to go after this one over here. So we're going to do Bar coming in from the side, so he can help here. That's actually the only place he can help. So then we can have 2 here to attack this guy, and then 1 and 1, like that. Same deal. Bar's going to climb high, and then everybody else is going to dive low to the same exact location. Okay, so here's the collision check for Bar. It is a proximity 2. Oh, he can ignore those because he's in evasive. I forgot to say so. All right. So what do we do now? I think we should probably resolve. Ooh. Well, first of all, we get Schwarm, position, and Rata. Or is it Rota? It might be Rota. I don't know. I would bet that it's something like Rota. I need to look it up and have Google pronounce it for me. So, 1 second. Okay. We're going to end the debate. Right there it is. There's the word.
Rata.
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 Rata. Well, what does slow do?
Rata.
Rota. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Even when they pronounce it slow for me, I don't know. It's like a little trill with the R that I can't do. But Rata. Okay, so it's Rata. I think I was saying it right. Rota would have totally been my final answer, but Rata. Okay. Who's attacking first? You know what? I think I'm going to start with, that's a 3, and then it's +1 because we're coming in high. Holy buckets, that's a 4. And then these make it a 5. This is a 5 threat attack. If I can take this bomber out first, so I'm going to come in with a 2, +1 is 3, 3 nose high. Let's go 3 nose high, determined, and so you can see we're taking a hit, we do a hit, we move 2, so that 2, I should have studied the map more. I don't want to go this way because that puts me here. So I'm actually going to go this way. But anyways, we are in the sun still. So if I get an even, I can cancel the hit. And I don't. So, so that means I got to use one of my, I'll use Rata to cancel it. And let's get our hit in. Oh, we got a fuselage. Oh, I almost rolled high enough. 3 elevator damage. That's a kill. That is a kill. If I can take him down. But I don't know if I can. And yes, I will do continuing fire. And this guy is in a 2 spot that turns into a 3, but he's roll diving, so we skip. So roll diving for the win. And there he goes. So, remember I said I want to take this down because then it makes everything a little lighter. That's why now I'm going to do my oblique. And I'm coming in oblique low. And this is bar. So Bar has the quick and the luck skill. So oblique, low, evasive, 3 is no ammo, and he does a hit. Excuse me, he does a hit. Interesting. So it means he won't be able to pursue one of those bombers later. But we might be able to take this thing down. We have the cannon, so we'll do a hit, and it's either a fuselage or a fuselage, and they're both exactly the same. So that stinks. And then I'm going to use a swarm. So let's get another hit in. I'm going to draw 2. We have the wing and the cockpit. So I want this guy to go down. So let's do the fuselage. Not enough. So he takes 3 more damage on the cockpit. The fact that he's out of ammo is not a big deal because this is a guaranteed kill. So all he has to do is just show up. So we can still use him. And then I'm going to use the final swarm. I want to take this thing down, because it's going to help everybody else have lower threat. So we can do a wing or an engine. The engine's a lot lower number. That wing kills it. Oh, we're going to do the wing. And of course I roll an 8. Oh, thank goodness. I was going to say then he falls. I chose not to do the engine because the wing, I was assuming I was going to fail. That's 3, 6, 9, 10. Bar gets a kill. So we don't even have to chase this guy. This is a destroyed bomber. And that's even better. So 2 experience for the staff. 1 victory point for the staff. And then Bar gets 2 experience points. And he does progress 2. So that would be 1 to here. And because this is destroyed, that becomes a 1. Oh, hold on. Does he progress 2? Yeah, he progresses 2. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, so now we do continuing fire. And he was climbing. He has an engine sputter. He has spend 1 TP or exit. Well, he has no ammo, so I'm okay with him exiting. Keeps him alive. So we'll go ahead and exit. No problem. No problemo. You cheat, lady. It's from Short Round. That should be a movie many people can recognize. Okay, so with this destroyed, this now becomes a 1 threat, which is a 2. So let's do that one. We're going to attack from the nose. High, 2 threat. It's a collision check, and he moves 3. But all 3 move does for him is just move him here. And let's do the collision check first. And we got a no impact. That does stay on the board. And then we do continuing fire. He's in a 3. So that's a hit. He's not climb rolling. So he does take a hit, and we'll use position to cancel that. Or no, he can use the sun. He's still in the sun. I rolled an even, so position can stay out. So the sun cancels that. All right. So no damage on that guy in the back, but then these last 2. They're both coming in from the nose high with a threat level of 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, minus 1 is 4. So nose high 4 is a collision check for the first one, and then he moves 3 spaces. So he's going to be here. And then for the second one, it's a nose high 4, right? It's a collision check and a hit. And neither of them did damage. So that sort of blows. Okay, so for this one, for his hit, let's see if the sun blocks it. It did, so we're good there. Collision check on the first one is an exit, or pay 1 TP. I'm okay with the exit, so we'll just let him exit. And then he doesn't have to, doesn't even have to do a continuing fire check. That sounds awesome. And that stays on. And then for the next one, it is a proximity 2. I passed, so he's fine. And what's his? He also moves 3. No, he only moved 1. So he's in this area, which is a 4, 3. So it's a continuing fire with a 5 threat. That's not good. Right there, he's taking a hit, but he's roll diving, so he gets a skip. That's awesome. All right, so he skips and doesn't have anything happen to him. And we actually finished with a position we didn't even use. So if I made any mistakes along the way, just know I could have canceled a hit, so that's even better. All right, so we move to mission turn 6. And just paying attention here, we have Ifland going after this one. We have 2 guys that dropped out, and we are now in the next mission turn. And so there is no move action, but there is a return for him. And see, with this anchored low, I don't know what to do because we're not allowed to move there. I actually have to check the rules on what happens in that situation. So let me pause. The anchor is definitely, you can't move into it, so I may be in trouble. All right, so it was my worst fears. If you have to return into a box that's anchored, you have to exit. So, I was like, oh yeah, I don't mind going to tail. Well, I'm gonna end up exiting the map. So he's pretty much out. So I'm gonna have to chase these bombers with BF-110s, and I'm not too thrilled about that. But for this turn, we got to do some cohesion checks. So here, nothing. And then here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll to 5. This goes away. This goes to kaput. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I rolled a 10, which doesn't help. And all these go away. This element's basically a wash. We're not going to get anything there. This is the only one that's even remotely, like, if I can fail a cohesion check one more time, a bomber will go kaput. So we now go to the mission turn where the escorts arrive. Okay, so we do the move action. And so what I can say is, look, all 4 of these BF-110s are going to come in, and I'm going to do 2 and 2, right, with the whole idea that I'm going to chase after these 2 guys with each one. So then what I can do is I can also, I'm going to send 2 more from here and also put them in here at the same exact turn, because they're going to pursue this bomber if he fails the cohesion check. And if he doesn't fail the cohesion check, then they'll just, assist some other team. And then that guy is going to stay on the map just so he's forced to do a cohesion check. If all my fighters exit, then they don't do cohesion checks anymore. And then this one, because of the return rule, he goes to the anchored box. He is forced to leave the map. So we're done there. And now we go to the escort phase. So I'm going to roll for the forward. And the forward goes to nose level. And then the rear, or the trailing, or whatever, it's a 4. So he goes to tail low. And the rules do say that they can go on anchored spaces. So escorts can, we can't. Okay, so by doing what I did and keeping that one guy out there, I'm now causing a forced cohesion check, Like this one's a nothing burger. This one's a nothing burger. This is the only one that matters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a 1 to a 4, and I get a 5, so that causes this to improve. So it's a waste of my time. I do have 3 more turns, so I could theoretically, on the next turn, this could fail, and then the turn after that, it drops out. But then I'm running the risk of getting intercepted by those escorts, because we're technically on turn 8 right now, and we only have 2 turns left. So, I mean, we could play this out, sure. So now we go to turn 9. I'm still sitting there twiddling my thumbs. Escort in the forward is going to above trailing. That's a very bad sign. Escort on the bottom is also going to above trailing. And then this, I'm only going to do this one. I rolled a 4. It does go to kaput. So this has become interesting. The above trailing guy will intercept me if I roll a really high number. And so that's the problem I'm facing. You know, do I keep that BF 110 there for the chance of getting one more bomber? And the answer is no. I send them home. So, because I don't want to lose the OP. And I know you're probably curious, what would have happened? What would have happened? Well, first of all, let's roll for the escort. That 9 was, he would have intercepted me. So, now, had I been intercepted, this still would have helped me because my bombers that are going to go after him are already over there, okay? So the fact that that guy got intercepted was neither here nor there. The problem is that if that guy gets killed, then I'm in trouble. But here, I rolled a 4. It would have happened. This guy would have dropped. So I was not expecting that. So I would have gotten one more bomber. What would that have meant for me? Possibly, well, first of all, I would have gotten a staff experience for him dropping. And then I would have gotten, if I would have been able to kill him, I would have gotten 2 more. So we're talking 3, 1 staff experience for sure, with the possibility of 3, and a victory point that doesn't matter because I wouldn't have had enough anyways. So, because I'm at 2, that would have put me to 3. And even if I get these other 3 bombers, that would have been 6. I actually would have been close to the 40. I would have been over 30. That's crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, I would have been at 32. So really, my giving up on going after the 40 was probably a poor choice. But how would I have known that, though? That's the weird part about this game. Okay, so let's do some interceptions here. Ifland has a guy who has 3 fuselage and nothing else. So I have 11 tactical points with Ifland. I'm going to give him 3. And yes, we will come in high nose like we always do. And high nose 0 is a hit. So always good. Iflin's got his cannon. This guy should be toast. We got a wing or an engine. That is an interesting decision. I'm going to go wing. And then remember, Iflin has the aim, so he can create another hit. And then he also has the target, which can create a hit out of nothing. So we're going to get 2 more hits in. And here's the next one. Yeah, 3 more wing. And then here's the final one. Engine. Dang you. All right, but I forgot to roll for the second wing. Oh, there was a roll for the first wing, so he's dead. Didn't even need to do these other ones. I forgot to roll for the sun. I forgot all kinds of stuff. But Iflin got the kill. He has been on a roll. So we get a victory point and 2 staff experience, and then Iflin Gets 2 more. So he's up to 3 towards his 5 that he needs to get more skills. And let's move to the next guy. We have an engine and a wing. And for sure he's going to be intercepted by this one. And yeah, that's what we'll do. This is gone. So the engine puts us at 2. We're sitting at 8 tactical points, so I'm going to give him 2 more for 4. No reason not to. So let's roll for the engine, roll for the wing, and then roll for the sun. All nothings. All right, so we'll go ahead and do high nose, but it's going to be 1 threat because they're determined. So hit for the first one, and then for the second one, a jam. The jams aren't good. Okay, so for the hit, here we go. We got a 7 rudder. Oh, he failed. So he goes into the rudder territory. He's got a 40% chance of surviving, but we're probably in trouble. And then this one's jammed, which we'll deal with later. But let's get the hit in on the bomber. Another engine. So 1, 2, 3 more, but this is what we need. Oh gosh, we needed the roll. I don't want to keep doing this nonsense. All right, so he's jammed. So we're going to come in evasive level. So we're going to spend 1 to go level tail. And the problem is he's jammed. So that means we have to roll a die to see if he actually hits. So tail level 2 is a hit. But I have to roll an even for the hit to work, which I did. If I would have rolled an odd, then his gun jammed and he didn't really get the hit in. So here's the hit. It's a wing for 2. Roll the die, and I still miss. Dang it. I have to pay 1 because I'm an evasive, and then I'm going to do it again. All right, so it's a tail. 2. Oh, I'm evasive. So I do a hit down here. Did I do the wrong one? I did. Okay, so the first one would not have been a hit, but this one would have been. So we'll just, everything's a wash. So now I gotta pay 1 and then 1 more again to do it again. Tail level, 2 evasive. There's a hit and ride the tail. Let's roll for the hit. I miss because the gun jammed. So that blows. Now we ride the tail and nothing happens. And now we're stuck paying 1 because we were evasive, and we do it 1 final time. So this bomber might get away, and he does. We take a hit. Oh, it's an 8. And so this one goes into fuel. I'm going to end up owing some freaking OPs. This is just brutal. Sending the BF-110s to do the job that the named pilots are supposed to do. Then here's the last one. He's got an engine for 2. We're going to add 5 more because that's what's left. And a fuselage for 3. And we got 2 groups that came in. And the groups do matter. I can't combine them now into 1 group. So we're going to go ahead and just do high TP for 1 group. This group is in the return box. So high 1, fail, high 1, hit. So 3. Oh, come on. That goes to the engine. This is just brutal. You know what? I'm just going home. I'm not risking anymore. All I'm doing is damaging my bombers and causing me to lose OP for the next round. For what? Staff experience? I mean, I'm losing staff experience by doing this. And the victory point's definitely not worth it. So, yeah, I'm just quitting. All right. So we got 3 bad spots to clear up here. Get these guys back home. This one, 6 to 10. There's 1. This one, 9 or 10. There's 2. This one, 6 to 10. Got a 9, so one of them made it home. So we got a -2 OP for the next round, which I did not want. We lost 2 of our experience points. So let me get this for you guys here. So this looks like a -20, but it's really -2 OP. We lose 2 experience points here, so this is 5. This would have been 9. It turned into 7. So 7 and 35, we are at 42 EP. That's an excellent spot to be in. We got 3 victory points. So that put us at 29 victory points for... How did I say that we were going to be at 32? Oh, because I was assuming we would destroy these bombers, which we didn't. So 29 victory points out of the 40 we would have needed. So, you know, I didn't put in a super effort. I mean, I did put in some effort, but to go from 20 to 29 in 2 missions, that was pretty good. All right, and then our pilots are already taken care of. So we got our win, and we would be moving to 43 mid is the next one. And I know somebody suggested that we just do storm above the Reich roll, you know, go over the Mediterranean. I don't know if I want to. I mean, the fact that I don't get any OP when I go there sucks. I like a lot of OPs. So, man, I'm going to tantrum. I don't want to. Yeah, it is what it is. We got our victory. We eked out a little bit more experience points, which was our goal. We did not lose any pilots, which was our primary goal. I did lose some OP, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad. All right, thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome, and we'll see you in 43 mid.